Come on, Jeff. Everyone should have his own point of view, said Alec. Isn't this everyone's point of view? Asked Tock, looking around curiously. Of course not, replied Alec, sitting himself down on nothing. It's only mine, and you certainly can't always look at things from someone else's point of view. For instance, from here that looks like a bucket of water, he said, pointing to a bucket of water. But from an ant's point of view, it's a vast ocean. From an elephant's, it's just a cool drink. And to a fish, of course, it's home. So you see, the way you see things depends a great deal on where you look at them from. That is just a small sampling from one of my favorite books of all time, The Phantom Tollbooth. You should all read it if you haven't already. It's a classic for a reason. But I wanted to read that passage to you today because I think it's time we sat down and had a very important family discussion about epistemology. What's epistemology, you ask? That's a very good question. Epistemology is, for lack of a better definition, the science of knowing. How do you know what you know? Why do you make judgments about what's right and wrong and true and false? It's because of how you have been wired and raised to see the world, your point of view, how you interpret information and input and data. And here's the thing, not everybody's epistemology is the same. And one of the big things that people can do, especially Christian people can do, is assume that everybody else has the same epistemology that we do. And the truth is, even in a church, we don't always have the same epistemology, but we want to align the way we think to a biblical worldview. That is the direction that discipleship takes. However, we need to understand that not everybody thinks the same. Not every Christian thinks the same. And how we think is a lot of the time more important than what we think. Because if we can understand how somebody might think or see the world and their epistemology, then we can speak their language a little bit better and maybe come to more of mutual agreements and discussions and influence, as opposed to just doing this all the time and then assuming that the other person just is dumb because their epistemology might be different than yours or mine. Always a good reminder to put yourself in someone else's shoes and ask yourself the question, why do they think the things they think? And what can I learn about that? So that I can honor them and learn their language, and then maybe we can influence each other. So that is your helpful epistemology lesson for today. Now, what's going on in the life of Grace Church? Well, I'll tell you. There are two things that are great loves of mine. Baseball and Longmont. And you know what they have in common? They're both awesome in the summertime. And one of the things we're going to do here in Longmont in the summertime, this Sunday the 31st, is have service outdoors. We're going to be in the back of the church, between the building and Highway 66. We're going to have a big tent. We're going to have a stage. We're going to do our service outside at 9:30. What's that time? 9:30. We want you all to come out for the service for that. It'll be mutual with Grace Latino, and we're going to have a great time. There will be games and fun and food that follows, and a foam pit and a big slide and a dunk tank, I'm told, where you can throw baseballs at a thing to make me fall. But we'd love to have you here for that 9:30. And if you can help, we need your help Saturday, the day before, that's the 30th of July, to help prep the grounds for the party and for the fun. So if you can come out Saturday morning, early-ish, mid-morning, we have stuff for you to do. And then we'll be here the next day for a nice outdoor service. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it's kind of cooler this week than it was last week. So I don't think we're going to need to really worry about too much heat on Sunday morning. We're just going to have a great time. And we want you to be there. Now, August is coming up very quickly, and there's going to be a lot going on where we're going to need you to know about specific things, specific dates, everything from a ministry leaders meeting on Sunday, the 14th of August after church, to other kickoffs for like Awana. Our Wednesday night and Sunday new fall classes are going to kick off by the end of the month. There's just a lot coming in August, so keep your ears on and your eyes open and your epistemology working. And we'll give you those details as we get closer. But the big one right now is enjoying Longmont in the summertime on Sunday. So until next time, I'm Jeff, and I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of this video, but I am Jeff. And you're you. And you didn't introduce yourself at the beginning of this video either, but I know that you're you. And God is God. He doesn't really need any introduction. He made everything. This whole world in which we live and move and have our being comes from his power. And in this world that is so much fun to be a part of, enjoy summer and maybe watch a baseball game.